And, I thought it went pretty good. He's taking about 5 hours. And, because I've been doing all that anyway, regardless of whether I owned it or not. And, took me about 5 hours.
Call the meeting to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody, to tonight's meeting. We'll go ahead and move on to the second item, which is to approve tonight's agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mary, second by Roy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Move on to approving the consent calendar, which is the minutes of our last meeting and the payment of bills.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Got a
Doug.
motion by Doug and a second by Roy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Move on to the next item of business, which is to consider a second reading and adoption of ordinance 543, amending the city code article 3, sale of tobacco and tobacco-related devices.
So in your packet is ordinance 543, same ordinance that we gave the first reading to at our last meeting. And need to give a second reading and adopt it this evening.
So moved. Yes.
Motion by Doug,
Second.
second by Mary. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
I abstain.
Motion carried. Move on to the fifth item, which is to consider approval of resolution 1901, notice of order to remove hazardous building.
So a copy of the resolution is in your packet along with just a few of the pictures that we have of this property, but 212 Wisconsin Avenue. We did some inspections on some properties down there middle of December. And the recommendation from our building official is that this one is beyond repair. At 212, it's not occupied and has a lot of issues, as you can see listed there and from the photos that we've got in there. So basically, this starts a process. They have 45 days to deal with it. They do have, some opportunity for appeal through the courts, but my recommendation is that we approve resolution 1901, designating that structure as hazardous and moving forward to remove it.
I would move resolution 1901.
I'll second.
Motion by Mary, second by Roy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Resolution passes. Move on to item number 6, consider approval of resolution 1902, which is the 2023-2024 liquor licenses.
So these are the renewals that would start July 1st. Process them so we can get them submitted into the state for that next year.
So moved.
Motion by Doug.
Second.
Second by Mary Jo. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Resolution passes. Move on to item number 8. Consider approval of Resolution 1904, authorizing application of 2023 Sourcewell Community Match Funds for protective turnout gear for the Staples Fire Department.
I think we might have skipped one, Mr. Mayor.
Oh, yep, sorry. We'll go back to number 7. Consider approval of Resolution 1903, approval of State of Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension Joint Powers Agreement for Internet Crimes Against Children.
So I'll do my best unless Missy, you want to handle it, but this is every 5-year type of agreement.
No.
Are you muted?
Is that better?
That's better.
Okay. This just allows us to work better with the BCA on internet crimes against children, so like child pornography cases that we have that have been coming in. And then it also, the resolution also provides for training and some equipment that they would be funding and helping us pay for to learn how to do better investigations on these crimes.
I move that we approve Resolution 1903.
Motion by Roy,
Second?
second by Mary. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Now we'll move on to number 8. Consider approval of Resolution 1904, authorizing application for a 2023 Sourcewell Community Match Funds for protective turnout gear for the Staples Fire Department.
So a copy of the resolution is in here. It's one of the requirements of the grant application, but Sourcewell has a variety of different grant programs that are available to cities, counties, schools within the 5-county area that run on a school district fiscal year timeframe, July 1 through June 30th. So the city of Staples, we have not applied for the $10,000 grant in this current fiscal year. And talking with Cole Youngbauer, we've got 6 new firefighters that have completed all their training and typically would get turnout gear with that. So we want to apply to Sourcewell for the $10,000. It's a 50-50 match, so we'll still have to, put $10,000 into it, which we have money set aside for. So I would recommend approval of the resolution allowing that grant application to go in.
So is this a competitive grant that not all of them get
No, as
funded?
long as it meets the requirements,
Okay.
that Sourcewell has outlined, which we understand that this does, that will be funded.
Good.
We can only have one application per entity per year. So, previous year, we applied for and received $10,000 for playground equipment at Lincoln and Dower Lake.
And that 10,000 and our 10,000 would be enough to fund that gear?
I think it'll be about 11,000. It was 20,600 or something like that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I will move the resolution 1904.
Motion by Mary,
Second.
second by Doug. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Move on to number 9. Consider approval of a gambling permit for the Knights of Columbus for a raffle on August 20th, 2023 at Sacred Heart Area School.
So a copy of the application in here, I believe this is, part of that raffle that they do for fundraiser every year.
Make a motion for that?
Motion by Doug. Second by Mary Jo. Huh?
I said, nobody can hear me over here.
No, I can't hear you.
Not with all that noise, no.
I've never been told I have a soft voice
No.
either.
Second by Mary Joel. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Move on to number 10. Consider approval of on sale and Sunday liquor license for Costa Azul Mexican Bar and Grill LLC at 304 Second Avenue Northeast.
So we did receive another application, this time with just one applicant, and Chief Burkholz has been working on the background, and as things stand right now, the applicant would be eligible for a license, so administratively, we have no objection to it, so.
I make a motion.
Motion by Mary Jo,
Second.
second by Doug. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried. Move on to number 11, consider approval of resolution 1905, accepting donations for the bike rodeo.
Copy of the resolution is in your packet, and Lacey, I don't know if you have anything to add beyond what's in here, but, got the bike rodeo coming up on the 18th.
Yeah, and we're still getting some donations in the resolution for the next council meeting.
What's that?
More donations are going to be coming in, yeah.
Okay, so we'll probably accept some more next time around.
I'll move that, 1905.
Motion by Mary,
I'll second it.
second by Roy. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Move on to number 12, consider purchase agreement with J&M Property Holdings 3 LLC for Lot 19, Block 1, Valley View neighborhood.
So a couple of things on this that I'll bring up right up front. Last winter, we extended what was an October 15 deadline for the 50,000 of investment for the houses. We sold 5 of those lots. Those 5 houses are in various stages of being built. And then this winter we extended it to June 15th, which is a little bit short for them to be able to turn this around. So I'll throw that out to the council. We don't need to talk about what they want to necessarily do if we don't want to extend that. But if we do extend that, what's in the purchase agreement is that would be extended till July 31st. Right now, road restrictions are still on. Nothing can happen up there in the way of heavy equipment, that type of thing. But they're comfortable with the July 31st date, and that would be the $10,000 purchase price. If they don't perform by July 31st with that $50,000, it would come back to the city. They'd walk away from that purchase price. So, and what they're basically looking, it's a 1,300 square foot house that they would hold, rent it, and can't say they'll never sell it, but their plans are to basically hold it and rent it out. So kind of a two-part information.
Is that kind of what we wanted? I question the rental part of it. Isn't that kind of counterproductive what we, I guess owned is owned, but I don't know, I just, it seems like
Could anybody that purchases a lot in a home, could they end up renting that eventually at some point in time?
well, sure, I imagine they could, but
Yeah, so I guess that's the way I look at it.
probably not likely, but, I guess I guess not to say people that rent don't take care of their houses, but, it seems like generally speaking, when we have rental properties, things deteriorate, and I'm not saying that would happen. I guess I just see that, a development, you're trying to create a development and it ends up, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not speaking out against it, I'm just saying.
Well, I think
I think that's kind of not, it's kind of counterproductive when we create a development area that you kind of imagine it to have nice homes and nice, well-kept lawns and people with pride in their,
Well, I guess that it will be a nice home that's built there. And second of all, this gentleman has some other holdings in the city, and I don't think any of them look very shoddy. They all look like they're in really good shape and well kept up, from what I understand.
Sure.
So I think that's a good sign, versus somebody who maybe has,
Yeah, it's Mike and Janie Wiebolt.
Yeah.
Mike owns a hardware store, and I think he, has acquired the Huck Holst and Darren Holst stuff up there. And, so they're probably, today's numbers, I would guess you're looking at, $225,000 to $250,000 to build the house.
Yep.
So it won't be $300 a month rent. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I think you bring up a good point, but I think in this case, I think this particular gentleman has a good track record, so.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I just,
Yeah, that's a legitimate question though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Entertain a
No, but
motion.
other than that, everything in the purchase agreement's the same as all the other ones that, that we've done. Just the date gets pushed back to July 31st.
I move that we consider the purchase agreement with J&M Properties Holding.
Motion by Roy,
And then do we need to include in there the extension to July, or is that a separate motion?
No, that's in the purchase agreement. We
Okay.
would be agreeing to that for them,
Okay.
the approval of the agreement.
Did Mary Jo?
Yeah,
second?
Mary Jo.
Okay.
So we've got a motion by Roy, second by Mary Jo. Any other further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. That brings us to committee reports. We only have one tonight, looks like Public Works Commission.
Due to a lack of action items, we didn't hold a Public Works Commission meeting, but I did send a small update to the commission members, so I'll present that. We flushed hydrants, we started last week. We should be finishing up pretty soon. We're on the north side right now. Construction is rolling along. Our guys are out pulling wire and things like that. We've got some directional boring lined up. That should start pretty soon. So there's a lot of projects for us this year, which is exciting for us. Guys like that kind of work, and the city likes to see it too. A reminder: if you are a member or a customer of the Staples Electric Utility, to please fill out that customer satisfaction survey, so we can get a good number. So the survey numbers mean something to us. And then last thing I'll mention is once again, our guys were recognized by the American Public Power Association for excellence in reliability. This is a recognition in, basically it's recognizing the short outage times that we have. They use a formula where if you took every single customer and you took all of the outage times throughout the year, you divided that. The average outage time for Staples customers is 4.7 minutes per year. The average nationwide is 140 minutes per year. So you can see that that's quite a difference. That's due to, there's a couple things. One being, we're a municipal utility. So when our guys come in, their outage is usually within a square mile of where they're at. And then also their fast response times to get here. So a good job by our linemen for being recognized for that. And they were also recognized by the APPA for excellence in safety for 3 years in a row without any lost time accidents.
Awesome.
That's all I have.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. That brings us to open forum. Anyone have anything for open forum this evening?
Well, the Staples area school, ALC, always looking for places to take their students to see industry and see what's happening. And I'd like to commend our Public Works Director on having them at our new water treatment plant. And they were very impressed with the plant. And, you know, they're a body that may be interested in working in that area as well. So, thanks.
Anything else?
Could we have like a map with the lots that the city of Staples owns within our town? Could we have that for like next meeting? We could look at it maybe and you know, I guess I think we own lots that, or we have some lots that aren't really slated for any downtown development, I believe, anyway. Maybe we should look at that and see if we want to list those for sale, and maybe we'll get some of these people building new homes on those lots that are within our city, and maybe start trying to improve some of the neighborhoods that we do have here, you know?
So you're looking for a map that has vacant developable lots?
Correct.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Anything else? Okay, we'll move on to the city administrator's report.
Let's see here. Cole Youngbauer, our fire chief, came to Rotary last week and did a presentation and put together a PowerPoint, and a good audience, you know, not everybody just from the city of Staples, but also surrounding townships that we serve, and gave a nice presentation to them. CLC Heavy Equipment, I did meet with John Molesky about doing some obstruction removal out at the airport. Some of that northwest corner, you know, trees and brush keep growing up, and, you know, we always get noted on that on our 50-10 inspections. So we're gonna do a little more thorough job this time, and might turn that strip into cornfield when we're done, but we'll get the right equipment out there to do the job. Spent a couple hours today with Mike and Mary Ives and their daughter, working on site plan and lot configuration for their manufactured home community up there. And as everybody has seen, there's three homes up there that we're putting in kind of along that 4th Avenue stretch. And so we're just trying to, you know, figure out how to fit everything else in up there, which will be more work for our outstanding linemen to get up and get some wire to them. So they've got to do some investigation now that the ground is thawed out, and figure out what kind of pipes are in the ground up there, what they can save, what they need to replace, and so forth. So probably seen the fence go up just across the tracks over here off on the west side of Highway 210. BNSF is moving forward with their maintenance shop project over there, so that'll be some more highly visible construction, which we like to see. So a laundry list, and Lacey, correct me if I'm wrong, and she'll have a lot of this stuff in her report 2 weeks from now, but some of it will have already happened, so. Park cleanup, as we've been waiting for spring to actually arrive, we are right up against the clock on this one, but we'll be out at Dower Lake and doing NP Park on May 11th, which is this Thursday. Sentence to Serve is coming. They're going to be spending the day at Dower Lake and Pine Grove on May 12th. The Lions did a cleanup night on June 5th. So I want to thank the Lions Club and Rotary for volunteering their time to help with that spring cleanup. Campground opens May 12th, and Arbor Day ceremonial tree planting will be happening at NP Park on May 15th at 1 o'clock, if you're available and want to come for that. It's going to be kind of southeast corner of NP Park over there. Did I get everything? All right. So that's all I have.
So on Sixth Street, there's some wooden sticks. Is that where trees are going to be planted on the boulevard? Do we know? Possibly. Oh, I don't know who it goes.
Well, John Gorton had gone out, he last fall went and actually did a tree inventory and identified places where boulevard trees are missing, you know, where they've been removed or died or whatever. So he went out and identified those locations. Some of them where we put stakes, the stakes have been removed. So we are gonna contact property owners, and if you know, their objection is to having the trees there, we'll find somebody else, somewhere else to put them, so.
If those are new spikes that were put in there.
Yeah, and I'm not positive on where, but that could be on Sixth, okay. Yeah. So we got all maples, going in this year, so it'll be nice trees.
Yeah,
Move that we adjourn.
motion by Roy, second by Mary, adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting adjourned. That's a good idea. I thought about that as driving around.